Hi folks, Mayor Kevin Davis reporting to you tonight, April the 1st. This is not April Fool's joke, it's serious. And that's why I'm reporting to you from City Council chambers where the mayor sits. I don't normally take videos here, but this is in follow-up to the video last night where I talked about what the city is doing to enforce the provincial rules, emergency rules. And so it's kind of official, and I'll be doing a little bit of reading. But anyways, here we go. So, on Monday, I made an order based on a recommendation given to me prohibiting the use of all playground amenities for the City of Brantford, designed to reduce the community spread of COVID-19 coronavirus through our community. And that was followed hours later by a more comprehensive announcement coming out of the province. So I can tell you today what the combined impact of those two orders is. And what it results in is a closure of all communal or shared, public or private, outdoor, recreational amenities everywhere in Ontario. And so what does that include? It includes playgrounds, sport fields, basketball and tennis courts, off-leash dog parks, bike parks, BMX parks, outdoor exercise equipment, condo parks and gardens, and other outdoor recreational amenities. So green spaces in the parks, trails, and ravines, and conservation areas that aren't otherwise closed remain open for passive use, essentially walking. Now, we recognize here at the City of Brantford how important our great series of parks are to our residents, and the decision was not made lightly. However, clearly at this time, the top priority is protecting the health and safety of our residents, and open public space areas had become a potential point, in some cases, actually had public gatherings occurring. And so, I just understand again that we're asking a lot of you because it's very disruptive, but it's designed to protect all of us. So on last Friday evening, the province told cities that you now have the power, your bylaw enforcement officers, to enforce these rules. And that was, we didn't have the power before that, just the power to enforce city bylaws. To staff's great credit, they went out of their way over the weekend working overtime to get this in place, and believe me, it's been a real challenge. And so what we have in place now is our 6 bylaw enforcement officers. It's a very limited force. There's only so much we can do with that department. And previously they were caught up in doing all the bylaw infractions, and now they're going to have to focus on this. So how do you report a possible infraction? Preferably by email to covidviolations@brantford.ca. So COVIDVIOLATIONS. Or you can call the city's customer care center at 519-759-4150. We prefer you email. The Brant County Health Unit also has an investigative team, and they're focusing on businesses and making sure businesses have appropriate safe practices in place, particularly hygiene. And so if you see a problem with a business that's essential, that's still operating, then you call the inspections department, the Brant County Health Unit, and that's 519-753-4937, extension 470. So we have limited resources here, so we had to decide to prioritize, and we have 3 priorities for the city bylaw enforcement officers in this order of priority. One is the use of city-owned amenities, that's the playground structures and so on, gatherings of 5 or more in a public space, and non-essential businesses that are still operating, particularly those that involve close contact with their customers. What we can't investigate at this time is reports people who've traveled abroad and are not quarantining. That's a federal law. We don't have jurisdiction to deal with that. Non-compliance with mandatory quarantine orders, that goes to the health unit. Construction sites or related works, that's the Ontario Ministry of Labour. And non-compliance with that social distancing of being 6 feet apart from anyone else in a public space. And that's because there really is no law that prohibits that, at least not in a public space. Obviously, it's something we're all expected to do, but so far the province has not made that an order or rule of law. So, but that could well change if we don't pay attention to it and observe it. And so, I guess the question is, so what is permitted? And so I can tell you that, also consequences. So you can be fined up to $1,000. So please pay attention, do the things we've been asked to do to protect ourselves, our loved ones, our families, and all of us. By doing all of this, we protect ourselves. So in particular now, what is permitted? So what is permitted is you can use city-owned trails and public spaces for walkthroughs. You can take your dogs for walks, keep your dogs leashed, but obviously maintaining that social distance of 6 feet, 2 meters. And you can walk through city-owned park open spaces beyond the trail system, again, maintaining the physical distancing. So, but remember, the best thing to do is to stay home unless you're providing an essential service or an employee of an essential business. Only leaving your home for essential trips, such as to the grocery store or the pharmacy. But hey, our local businesses are doing a great job providing innovative ways to deliver the necessaries of life to us through delivery services. Please use them. And this had a big impact on our local businesses, and I'll be talking about that in a later video later this week. So I want to thank all of you. Here at the city, we're very grateful for the 99.9% of us that are observing the rules and doing all the things that are required to do to safeguard us. So thank you for that. So stay safe, stay calm, and stay strong. Thanks.